Some people allow their circumstances that they have in life, stress, money, family issues, stop them from achieving their goals that they want to achieve in life. I want to tell you, don't let your circumstances stop you. You have to keep moving. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about not letting your circumstances stop you. As you can see, I'm sitting outside. I just wanted a different scenery today. But this is your boy Quartz Motivation, and I'm back with another video today. In this video, I am going to be looking at my phone because I have a lot of notes in this phone. Y'all might hear cars drive by because I'm outside. But y'all should be able to hear me very good in this video. But I want to let you know, don't let your circumstances stop you. If you let those circumstances stop you, you will never succeed in what you want to achieve in life, because you're always going to have these circumstances that's going to cause you to want to quit. That's going to stress you out. That's going to financially hit you in some type of way. When they say the more money, the more problems, it's the truth. When you have more money, you have more problems. When you have no money, you still have problems. So anywhere you go in life, you always going to encounter some type of problem. Just remember that. I don't want you to have fear of failing. You're gonna fail sometime. I'm not gonna say always, because some people achieve a lot of things and fail little to none. But you're always gonna have those times where you're gonna have issues or where you're gonna fail at something that you have to just lock in and find something else to do. Like literally, I started my company, my tech business. I tried to add a couple things into the business. It did not work out. And I was like, yep, I'm back to square one and trying to find something different to add in the business to bring in more income. And what I did, went back to the drawing board, started drawing back up some things of what I need to do to not let that circumstance that happened before stop me from achieving other goals that I want to do inside of my business. Don't fear judgment. You're going to get judged all the time. In these YouTube videos that I make, it's always going to be somebody in the comments that's not going to agree with certain things that I say. That's fine. Everybody have their opinions about things, but don't fear judgment. People are going to judge you regardless, all right? You have to believe that you have to have that positive mindset. When you talk to yourself negative, those words is, I can't, I won't be able to do this, or this is not going to happen. Those negative words that you tell yourself, you're basically setting yourself up for failure, basically. Telling yourself that I can't achieve this, I can't get that, I can't get this. You will never be able to get what you want if you're telling yourself that you won't be able to get it, that you can't do it. That you tell yourself, I want to make $100,000 in 2 months. But you tell yourself, I will never make $100,000 in 2 months. No, you won't make $100,000 in 2 months just because you sit right here, you telling yourself that. But if you sit right there and you tell yourself, I'm going to make that 100K in 2 months, you're going to make it, because you're going to set yourself up the correct way. You're going to have that positive mindset that you're going to push through, and you're going to make that money. All right? So remember, have the positive mindset walking into anything that you're trying to achieve. But have a positive mindset in life in general, because it will take you very far when you have that positive mindset. Don't be blaming others for you not achieving your goals. Now, let me tell you this. I grew up in a household that wasn't, let's say we didn't have a lot of money. We had enough, but we didn't have a lot. I grew up without both parents in the household. I grew up with my auntie raised me and my grandma raised me. That's how I grew up. I grew up in the west side of Chicago. I didn't let those circumstances that I had block my success that I have today. I used those circumstances, not having a lot of money when I growing up, not having both parents when growing up, getting raised by my auntie, living on the west side of Chicago, in the hood. I let those circumstances fuel me to move on to the next level. So don't let the circumstances that you have and people that surround you mess up your next level, mess up where you want to achieve, what you want to do in life. Get them out of your life. Move those circumstances behind you. Put those problems behind you. Look ahead. Look into the future. Leave the negativity and everything that you had behind. Move up. You have to have discipline. Just like one of my other YouTube videos that I just made probably a week ago. It's about discipline. You have to have discipline. When you have that lack of discipline, um, it starts to hold you back a lot, because the discipline, you start performing difficult. You start performing wrong when you're trying to achieve these tasks, because your discipline is somewhere else. Your mind is somewhere else. So you have to have this discipline when walking into situations and goals that you want to achieve. Don't delay important tasks. And I want to say this because a lot of people do delay a lot of important tasks that they shouldn't delay. And that's what caused them to not achieve the goals that they want to achieve. I do it myself sometimes, where I delay important tasks that I shouldn't delay. And I'm learning now that those tasks shouldn't be delayed at all. I want to make sure that I do what I need to do and do it the correct way. And I'm looking at my notes. So if I'm stop talking for a second, it's because I'm on my phone. I'm looking at the notes, trying to make sure that I got everything that I need. You may be you may be losing focus from people or temptations. You have to stay focused, and that falls back with the discipline part of it. You have to stay focused when trying to achieve goals and tasks that you need to do, because if you don't stay focused and you let these other people walk into your life and block you from doing things, and this is what I mean, like if you have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, most people will wake up at 6 o'clock most people say, yeah, I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And they sit there and they wait until they go out that night, that Friday night, and they have to wake up at 6 o'clock that Saturday. They'll sit there and they'll go out that night, come back in the house at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then forget waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning for this important task that they have to do. That's lack of discipline, and you're not staying focused. You're letting your friends influence you to go out instead of you telling yourself, hey, I need to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to go out. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to stay home, go to sleep, get my rest so I can be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get these important tasks done that I need to get done. Because going out, it's not going to help you achieve those goals, and it's not going to help at all. It's just going to push you back. And make sure that you need to plan out your goals. Like with me, I plan out my goals in my notes sometime. I never write it down because my handwriting sucks. So when I plan out my goals, I put them in my notes, and I talk to my girlfriend about them too. Tell her, like, I want to do X, Y, and Z before I turn this age, something like that. But I have my goals planned out of how I want to achieve in my personal life, business life, and that's both financially, mentally, and emotionally. For all those, I want to achieve in different ways when it comes to a lot of different things that I have going on in my life. So just make sure that you plan the correct way. Don't plan poorly, because you will have poor results. But if you plan the correct way, you will have positive results, and you will achieve more. All right. One of the big things that I know a lot of people do is they give up easily. They give up so quick, which is not a good thing to do. Don't give up quick. If you don't achieve something in a certain amount of time, don't give up on it. Go back to the drawing board, continue on, keep pushing. Stop giving up. Giving up is not an option. And I could attest to this, because last night, actually, I've been going through a lot. And I was sitting in the front room, and I told my girlfriend, I'm like, man, I'm really feeling like just giving up on a lot of things, giving up on the business, giving up on a lot of stuff. And that's where my man was yesterday. So I went to sleep for like 3 to 4 hours. I woke up around like 12:30. I had the oddest dream. I don't know what it was about, but it's very odd. But I woke up at 12:30, and I was just sitting on the couch, and I was just thinking to myself for about 4 hours, actually. I was up from 12:30 to like 4:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was literally just sitting there thinking, like, man, how can I change these things? How can I make things better? How can I get out of the situations that I'm in? Because the situation that I'm in now has been rough. The end of 2025 and the beginning of 2026 has been very rough. And it's very stressful. So, my head, I was thinking, like, how can I push through, figure out ways to achieve these goals? Because right now, everything is like stacked against me, and I can't let that mess up my life, So I was up all night, basically, just thinking. And I went to sleep for like an hour and a half. I woke back up and I had a positive mindset. I was thinking a lot much clearer than I usually would think. And I was like, okay, I got a game plan. I'm going to get through this. We're going to get through this. We got this. And that's the mindset that I woke up on. So, hey, I thought about it and I was like, I would never quit. I told myself this when starting a business. I'm not quitting on this business. I'm not quitting on my family. I'm not quitting on nothing. Like, I would push through and I would make things happen. So don't quit too soon when challenges happen. You want to just push and push and push. All right? Don't let quitting your first option. Make that your last option. When you want to overcome these, just have to just make sure, like I said earlier in the video, you want to change your mindset. You want to make sure you think positive instead of negative. Because once you think positive, a lot of things will happen for you that will really help you out in life. Make sure you build that discipline. You might hear a lot of kids in the background because kids driving past. But make sure you build your discipline up. You want to have good discipline and build those good habits. You want to make sure that you consistent with all the disciplines that you're practicing right now. Make sure everything is consistent. Just don't be disciplined for a week and be like, oh, I'm going back to what I used to do. Because then you're going to start back with the failure and letting those circumstances mess up whatever you got going on. So make sure you have that discipline, build it, and keep it consistent, all right? When you take these actions, you want to start small. You want to just start small. So go into it and don't just like say, okay, I'm gonna just push all the way through to the top in an hour. No, it's not going to happen. A lot of people want to start on it and then think that it's going to go to the top in a day or a week. Just like building a YouTube channel, you have to start small on these YouTube channels. So if I have a YouTube channel, this YouTube channel right here, I have like 132 subscribers, right? I'm starting small and I have to work my way up to that top. Just like when you plant a seed, it start as a seed, then it start to grow out the dirt, and then it start to blossom. It start to go out. It start to grow. So you have to start small. You have to be that little seed and grow out of it, and then blossom. Go into a tree or whatever you want to grow into. But start as that seed, then grow up out of it. All right? And adjust your plans when circumstances change. Like I said earlier in the video, when you start up something and it's not going your way, adjust until you get it to work. Just don't sit right there and say, oh, it didn't work, so I'm going to just leave it alone and call it a day. I'm going to move to plan B or plan C. Remember, like I said in my earlier videos, make a plan A, don't make a plan B, don't make a plan C. You want to stick to that plan A and achieve that plan A. That means no quitting, all right? So if you do those things, and that's going to help you not let your circumstances stop you from doing what you want to do. So thank y'all for watching this YouTube video. Sorry about the car, tow truck that drove past. But thank y'all for watching this YouTube video. Please like, comment, and subscribe on it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments of how y'all going to not let your circumstances stop you. Even put what circumstances you're going through. If you need help, if you need someone to talk to, put that in the comments. Reach out to me. I'm always free to talk. I have issues just like everybody else, but I don't let my circumstances stop me from achieving what I want to achieve. I don't quit. I don't want to quit. So in my mind, I'm keeping that positive mindset. And sometimes you may have the negative mindset, but push out of that. That negative mindset should be in and out, not standing and you going through the negative part of it. Put that negative, if you have a negative mindset, get it out. Always think of positive things, all right? Thank y'all again for watching.